Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we revisit the Saxon Club's Speck Fry. It is bacon cooked over an open fire. And I make brajol. It's Matt Prologo's family recipe. But first, it's a trolley tour of downtown Warren. Well, we are about to go on a trolley tour of all the happenings in downtown Warren. And of course, before we take the tour, we've got to meet up. And an ideal place to have a drink or a bite in downtown Warren, right here as part of the Best Western, is the Speakeasy. And we've got Tony and Pam Schofer as the owners. And you have totally transformed this place into a speakeasy.
We certainly have, haven't we?
Yeah, no, what was your thought process with this?
I had a lot of stuff in my house I needed to get rid of, so we just brought it down here and shared it with all our friends. So we've got great bartenders, we've got great clientele, we have live music on the weekends, and we've got wonderful food to go along with it.
Jim Chickalo owns the trolley, and I ran into him a month or so ago, and he was telling me about all the different things that are happening here in the downtown Warren area. And you suggested the trolley trip, and I think this is an excellent idea. What do you do with the trolley?
Well, myself and Paul Clauser, who is my partner, we own it. We bought it from the city, and we just kind of donate it, or we use it for parades and any civic organizations like the Historical Society, the Fine Arts Council. If they have a tour of any of the city neighborhoods, we let them use it just for free. They just pay for a driver.
And we're going to really have a nice tour. We're going to see the brewery. We're going to go up Millionaires Row and check in on some of the businesses that are really adding to, the great atmosphere here in Warren. Well, my buddy downtown, John Brown, he's the 3rd Ward Councilman of Warren. He's joining us on our trolley tour. And I think Mocha House really started, things happening in downtown Warren, don't you?
It was an old veterans club, and Bill and Nick took it 25 years ago. It's been in existence. We come down here for breakfast and coffee every morning. It's a great place. You'll see everybody down here, and it's all night long. You'll see cars in here morning, noon, and night. They do a great business, and they have a really, really neat business model.
And it's really neat looking when you go in, because they've really kept a lot of the original integrity of the building. Well, this beautiful woman is Keitsa Axiotis, and she and her husband Bill are part of the revitalization of downtown Warren. Mocha House, 25 years. How have you seen things change?
Well, we've changed in many ways. We've grown. We're adding to our building. We've seen the ups and downs of this, of the different plants in the area that went down. So, we appreciate everyone's business here.
So, Jim, we're now approaching Millionaires Row.
Millionaires Row. We just turned down Mahoning Avenue, which is Millionaires Row.
The house was built in 1854, and Dr. Woods was the inventor of, I believe, anesthesia when they did surgeries.
Wow. So Dr. Woods had his office in the back, and then he lived in the front. And this is really, and your sister lives in this house, and it's a beautifully restored home. Right between South Park and Main Street in downtown Warren is Dave Grohl Alley. And, he was born in Warren, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, and they pay him tribute with all kind of really cool murals along this alley. And what is right in the middle? Modern Methods Brewery. And that is our next stop on the trolley tour. So smack dab in the middle of Grohl Alley is Modern Methods Brewery. And you come in, what is that, a freight door?
call it a roll-up door.
The roll-up door, and Adam Keck is one of the owners of Modern Method, and I got to tell you, this is a little hidden gem.
Thank you. Yeah, we try not to be too hidden, but we are in Dave Grohl Alley, so it's a little tucked away.
Now, where did the name come from before we go into the history?
Sure. So the name comes from the sign that was on the original Warren City Hall that was put up in 1909, and it just said to anybody coming into the city, opportunity. It's here, Warren, the city of modern methods. Number one is our Darlene American Lager. It's a great, easy. If somebody comes in and asks, hey, do you have anything that's like, insert your favorite light lager here.
Sessionable.
Exactly. We pour them a Darlene, and we're like 95% on it. So number 12 is our hazy New England IPA. We call it Hop Fart, but you're getting big kind of pineapple, tropical flavor notes from really aggressive, like late hopping. And it's really easy drinking. So 14 is a very traditional farmhouse saison. I wanted to put that one on there. Going to be totally different than the than Hop Fart, but also like a lot of flavor. So we fermented it pretty aggressively, so it gets really dry, almost like a wine character. And then the last one was your request. This is our sour goza. Traditional German style with a little bit of coriander and salt in it, but that really tart lactic character that we get from
those sours.
They're super drinkable, really refreshing, especially on a hot summer day.
So the only way we can enjoy this in the comfort of our homes is with a growler, correct?
Sure, yeah. So we've got 32-ounce glass growlers, 64-ounce glass growler. We'll fill, you don't have to buy one here. We'll fill yours if you've got one from another brewery. So we'll fill those up, but we've also got crowlers. They're 32-ounce cans, and we have these cool little 3-packs that make it look like a suitcase. And if you get the 3-pack, we pass a $6 discount on to you.
Well, we're going to end the trolley tour here at one of my favorite places. I just love Nova Coffee Company. Unfortunately, I think John and Logan knew that we were coming and they made sure they left. But no, really, Jim, this has been really interesting. And you really love your community, don't you?
Absolutely, yes. We've been down here since 1984. Me and my wife, Bobette, started our first business. And ever since then, fell in love with it.
And I really thank you for reaching out to me, because we're here on a beautiful day. Yeah. And it's such a beautiful setting with the square and the courthouse, and you can see everything just filling up all around downtown Warren. So, whole lot of living going on.
When I want local flavor, I watch the Casey Malone Show.
Summer means Magic Tree. Look at this patio. This is one of my favorite places to be on a summer night.
Casey, we have all the things going on here at the Magic Tree on our beautiful patio. We have the Saturday Summer Music Series, not to mention all the other goodies like our seasonal menu. Absolutely. That's our can of chips, our cedar plank salmon, and this is our Casey and the Sunshine Salad. How you like that? And then our seasonal drinks. That's our mermaid water, and it ain't no water, by the way. And this is our fresh blueberry mule.
Oh, that is beautiful. And I'm telling you, what is your slogan?
Come to the Magic Tree to eat, drink, and celebrate.
And I say repeat. Summertime is here. The living is easy. Get to the Magic Tree.
Cheers.
Cheers. $5 Burger Mondays at Sadie's Place, inside the Best Western, Route 46, Austintown.
Mayflower Woolham is your full-service, independent insurance agency. We work with several insurance companies to offer you choices for your insurance needs. We'll find the right product at the right price. Personal, business, farm, life, trust Mayflower Woolham. You focus on what's important, we'll take care of the details. Mayflower Woolham, close by with 3 locations to serve you.
Here at the Upstairs, we cater to everyone. When you come through the door, I treat you as though you're my friend. So there's all kinds of options here at the Upstairs. There's something on that menu for everyone. Great food, friendly service, very clean restaurant. There's a lot of restaurants, a lot of good restaurants in our community. So I always feel honored when someone comes here. I want everybody coming through that door to leave here with a good experience.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. Shop Rulli Brothers, home of the famous Evening Express.
I am blessed with a wonderful husband. He's stuck with me through thick and thin, and he's a fantastic father. So when he needed long-term care, not just any place would do, we did our research. Everyone said, trust the name you know. Briarfield. With all those locations, there's always one close. That made it easy for me and the kids to visit more often. Briarfield.
Trust the name you know. Briarfield. Proudly serving the Valley for over 20 years.
Well, today is extra special. I have got Matt Prologo in the kitchen with me. Now, Matt said to me when I ran into him at lunch one day, you know, I should come on and make my family's recipe of brajol. I said, okay, you know, and then I talked to him. We went over all the ingredients. Of course, it's your dad's recipe.
It's my dad's recipe, yeah.
And, you know, usually I will give you the full ingredient list, but I have to watch him, and I'm going to get a general idea of amounts because we know little this, little that, and it was all eyeballed when your dad made it.
Yeah.
And this is pretty much all the ingredients. And I, growing up with my Italian neighbors, this was kind of a special occasion dish.
Yeah.
But no, not in your family. You throw it down.
Well, yeah. My dad loved this. He loved to make it. He loved the whole process of making it. And but then, like, you know, whenever he felt like it, he would go get it and make it, you know, which was quite often.
You want to get started? We start here at the counter?
So first we want to just pepper this up a little bit.
Nice, all
Throw a
right.
little pepper on here, okay? And then what I'd like to do if we want to start the mixing bowl. So we got now you can use breadcrumbs. I like the panko, Italian panko. You know, to me it's a little.
I went and got all the ingredients that Matt demanded.
Yeah, it's a little. And then
and then
the Parmesan.
Parmesan, I got the shaved. I hope it's to your liking.
Shave will work.
Okay. And then this cheese?
Then that's a provolone mozzarella mixture shredded.
Okay,
you want to shred the provolone and mozzarella, and then we got a cup of it's a half a cup of parsley, chopped parsley,
chopped. He likes the curly. I bought the Italian.
Yeah, I think the curly got a little more flavor.
Okay.
And then a quarter cup of oregano.
Basil.
Or basil, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Chopped.
All right.
And then this is what I'm going to do with the garlic I like to do. My dad would always sprinkle a little bit like this.
Oh, see, I love garlic. You can't have enough garlic.
Can't have enough garlic. You know, get it a little bit like that. Okay, and then the rest goes in there.
All right. Okay.
All right. And then we do a little bit of we throw an egg in there just to bind it.
Okay.
You know, with a little olive oil.
All right.
And then we can mix that up a little bit.
All right, you want me to do that?
Yeah. You mix that up, and then what I'm going to do is lay the prosciutto down.
Okay.
Now, some like to chop the prosciutto and throw it in the mixture, you know, when it's all in, you know, so it's all together. But my dad liked to layer it all out on his own, you know.
Well, I think it disintegrates almost because it's the real thin, and it'll add that nice bit of fat to it.
Absolutely, that's where the flavor comes in. Okay, and then what you want to do is we want to lay that out onto the brajol. Just spread it out there.
It like in one hunk?
Yeah,
Right in the middle?
Right in the middle, and I'll smooth it out.
Okay, you'll move it out. Okay, let me
What we
get
want
you
to
the
do
rest.
is this. This is how we want to do it.
Oh, like that?
Like
okay,
this.
sorry.
We'll spread it out like that, yeah.
All right.
We do this, we want to quarter 2 hard-boiled eggs.
Alrighty.
And then lay them down like this, right at the end that you're going to start the roll in.
Okay.
Okay, you want to lay these eggs down like this, and it throws a little bit more flavor into the piece when you're cooking
Oh,
it.
I was wondering what the heck we're gonna do with those.
We're gonna throw these down here. You know, you just got to start the roll here. Okay.
I mean, you did do a nice job. That is a nice, thin piece of meat, easy to work with.
It's
you
a
can
thin piece of meat. Okay. But another thing that I wanted to point out was when you're pounding this out and you're rolling it, okay, you want the grain of the meat is going from me left to right, okay?
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you don't want to roll you want to roll the grain so when you cut it, okay, you're cutting against the grain. If you roll this the other way, when you cut it, it'll shred, it'll be like cutting, shoe leather. After we mix it up, roll the log, what we want to do is sear it. So you can sear it in some hot oil.
Okay.
This is going to...
I know, the pan. Oh, it laid in pretty good.
Yeah, it laid in pretty good. Okay. So, after we take that out...
Now, we're going to keep using this oil, though, right?
I'm going to throw this oil right in here.
Now, what do you want this on?
I'll put that on medium-low.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, we're going to cook this stovetop.
Yeah.
Because we can.
Yeah.
Because my mom happens to have...
This is where you want to put, as you want to get these onions caramelized in here.
Okay, and that's using the same olive oil.
Same olive oil, yeah, from the beef.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And then what I like to do, a cup of wine.
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
That's a cup. You think that's a cup?
Yeah. We'll use a whole can?
Then you want to do the whole can of sauce. Just pour it right over top of that.
Okay.
You know? And if you want to, you know what? There's 2 things you can do with this. You can cook this like this, with this can.
Okay.
And you know what? Maybe a little water in there.
All right.
Okay.
About how much?
Maybe a quarter of a can. Okay.
Okay. And that way it gets the rest of the juice out too.
Yeah. So, normally...
Is that enough?
That's enough. You throw it right on top of that.
On top?
Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to now we can do a little salt and pepper just to season this a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
What we normally do on a Sunday, okay, is this would cook in the sauce,
Okay.
your Sunday gravy. This way you do it, if we want to throw another can of crushed tomatoes in there, what you can do is, after you're done cooking this braciole, after that we're going to put a lid on it here.
And we're going to cook this stovetop.
Stovetop about hour, 20 minutes.
Do you have to keep opening and checking it? Or you just let it?
I just let it cook.
Set it in there.
Let it cook.
Okay.
And then, but you can add some more sauce and make that, maybe even make a little half pound of pasta and
oh, and then you already got your pasta sauce.
And so then you got your pasta sauce made.
Well, you saw that we added another can of crushed tomatoes about a half hour before the braciole was done.
Right.
So now we had enough to make pasta sauce. So we did a little angel hair, and this looks beautiful. Really, Matt, this looks perfectly done.
It smells good too.
And I pulled out a bottle of my Better Homemade. I just got this from Frank Rigetti. He and his brother, Bobby Remedio, made a batch.
This is good.
I want to share this with you.
And we did use a little in the recipe.
In the sauce.
We had to use a little in the recipe.
Thank you, Franklin. And it's really good homemade bread. And I'm dying to try your braciole. Oh, it's tender. Okay.
That's really tender.
Perfectly done. Perfectly done. But go to my website, caseymalonshow.com, and look for this recipe. And Matt, you are coming back, right?
Oh, yes.
We have been talking.
We got more recipes to do.
A lot more to make, and we're going to share them with you. And I really appreciate it.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bernard. I've been giving the people of our valley free advice for 30 years, and my message has never changed. If you're involved in an automobile accident, don't try to handle it yourself. Call a lawyer. A lawyer will be your representative, dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the red tape that you may encounter. Hiring a lawyer doesn't mean you'll end up in court. And remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases.
That's good advice. Need a lawyer? Learn more at elizabethbernardlaw.com.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
Open the Jewel Box, the Courthouse Inn, organic vegetarian comfort food, handcrafted cocktails, fine wine and beer, fresh baked cakes and pies. Recharge your senses at the Courthouse Spa. Dazzling dining, artfully prepared, locally sourced ingredients, spa services. The Courthouse Inn feels like a world away, just down the road in historic Lisbon, Ohio.
It's time to get real about getting engaged. Real experts you can count on.
Real pricing and financing for your budget. And really one-of-a-kind engagement rings.
That are unique as she is. Get real, get Kamara.
Get real, get Kamara.
In the Coal Creek Plaza in Canfield.
4 for $5 till 6. Happy hour at Sadie's Place inside the Best Western, Route 46, Austintown.
At Rulli Brothers, the family is in the store. Meats, deli, produce, even the checkout. We work hard to ensure that you get the best products at a personal shopping experience. At Rulli Brothers Markets, our customers are our top priority. Our family is in the store.
Every year, a spec fry is held at the Youngstown Saxon Club. Thick slabs of bacon over an open fire, and all the fixins. What's not to love? So this is where it all begins. You start at the buffet line. Now here they actually have the raw speck, the raw bacon, right here. So we'll pick some slices, and then all the fixins are here also. There's different kinds of bread. Of course, there's all the sandwich toppings. Red Eye, how long have you been a member here at the Saxon Club?
63 years.
And how many spec fries have you been attending?
I can't remember.
Now, they've always got you on the fire duty.
I enjoy the fire.
And you do an excellent job. Now, what are you burning this year?
Well, we've got some maple and cherry wood. No oak this year.
Now, why do you think that the maple and cherry is best for frying the bacon?
Because there's not too much smoke.
Make that fire come to the bacon because of the grease. So
Good
it's
spot right now, like the way it is here.
Yes, that's nice. You're up high. You're there. You're going to persuade the fire over.
So now we're just going to have to stand here and see. There's a little bit of a flame, but actually it's more the indirect heat, and we'll see how it goes. All right, we have toasted bread. Now I'm going to put some tomatoes on the sandwich. I am a fan of the Limburger. I know a lot of people might pinch their nose at it, but I like it. So I've got 2 slices of Limburger, and I like my bacon right on top of the Limburger so it melts. All right, so I'll put it on while it's really hot. I love this piece right there. All right, best BLT in the world. And that one. Then some lettuce.
What about your onion?
And grilled onion right there. Look how soft and nice. Beautiful. That is one heck of an Agwood Bumstead sandwich. All right, smush it down. Let's see how we did. Best sandwich ever. Absolutely delicious. Look at that. Limburger is not an overpowering cheese. It smells stronger than it actually. This is delicious. Annual event, I will never miss it. So Harm, could you sum up this whole speck fry for me in one word?
Today, this year, this speck fry, spectacular.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.